What's going on, team? It's Caddy with Money Investing. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a morning update on the SPY and QQQ ETF, both of which track the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq index. In addition to that, we'll quickly go over some of the stocks that we've been following up with in my previous updates. So for example, Wkhs right now, it is pushing up. At one point, it was up over 14%. Trading all the way as high as 1750, but right now you can see as of the time of this video, pre-market, it's trading at $16.17 and it's up just over 4%. So this right here is the candle that we are looking at. So right now it is selling off. So if you were to go over to the 5-minute chart, you'll kind of notice that it was as high as the 1760 level, but then has sold off on the 5-minute chart. So definitely it is gaining momentum, and it did find support at this level that we had recognized previously. The only key support, or the key resistance rather, that we need to break out of is going to be this $18.20 to $18.16 level, which obviously is going to be be driven by some type of catalyst, some type of earnings. They also have earnings coming out. So I did put a video out this weekend essentially going over what to expect out of their earnings. So you're more than welcome to watch that video as well. So if you were to look at Aapl, I also did a separate video on Aapl right now, again pushing up close to 1.5%, trading all the way as high as $431.51 pre-market as of the time of this video. So definitely carrying on that momentum from last week when they were up close to 10.5% on their strong quarter results, and the fact that they announced that they're going to be trading on a split adjusted basis towards the end of August, and they're going to be doing a 4-to-1 split, and the shares are probably going to be trading around the ballpark of $100 per share. Now if you look at Microsoft again is in talks with acquiring TikTok, which right now, I was reading a report, is valued close to $50 billion. They're valuing it 50 times their annual revenue for 2020, which again is a forecast of $1 billion. So I'm going to keep you guys updated and posted on where that deal stands. There's going to be a lot of different sources and articles and news that are going to be coming out, but just based on these talks, Microsoft right now trading higher pre-market as of the time of this video, trading at $211.30, up over 3% on the day. And this support that we had recognized in my prior videos at $200 to $201 level, again being validated, and it is pushing up higher. So this right here is the candle that we are looking at. Last but not least, I want to quickly go over Intel, which is going to be ticker symbol INTC. And I had essentially mentioned that after this huge sell-off, we are seeing some type of consolidation sideways, and I would not be surprised if Intel essentially sees a minor push higher, because on a few different reasons. The first one was obviously the RSI, which was very oversold. At one point, it was trading at 12 to 13 level. Anything below 30 is considered extremely oversold, and for Intel, that was just the case for the last few days. And then the MACD also started to peak out on the lower end, and it was showing signs of a minor reversal on the upside. So that being said, this green rectangle you guys see, and kind of like the support that I had marked close to $46, $46.50 is where the pattern is essentially trading right here, and it is starting to go sideways. The only thing I'm kind of focused on, or I am waiting for a confirmation, is a break over the 9 EMA, which is going to be the white line, and for the pattern to actually close above the 9 EMA. Because you can see that we did break out of that level once on July 31st, but then we got sold off towards the end, ended up closing below the 9 EMA. So now we're going to jump over to the SPY, which is going to be the S&P 500 ETF that tracks the index itself and mirrors it every single day. Right now, again, as of the time of this video, it's up just about 42 basis points, trading at $327.90. Again, a very interesting week ahead. We've got some other earnings coming up, along with Moderna and Pfizer. Both are going to be starting their trials once again. So any positive news related to the COVID vaccine is obviously going to affect the markets, and we could see another sector rotation. So just to keep that in mind, since I have already mentioned that the markets in general are very concentrated in tech, and since Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, and since those companies have been doing well incredibly, that has essentially been pushing the markets higher and higher. But that being said, for SPY, the one resistance we are approaching is going to be this right here from back in July 23rd, when we hit a high of $328.51. So we're not quite far off from that. We're just approaching that level. So that is something that I will personally be watching very closely if we are able to break out of this, or if we do see some type of rejection and then pulling back all the way down to the support at $325. So that's kind of like the game plan. The next resistance is sitting at $328.50. So that's kind of like the level that I'm going to be watching very closely today. And the support is sitting at $325.50, which we have validated a couple times last week. So last but not least, we're going to jump over to QQQ, which is going to be the ETF that tracks the Nasdaq index. And again, like I mentioned in my previous market update, these are the levels that we have been watching. This is kind of like the double top for the QQQ ETF. It sits at right $269.50, where we have previously gone rejected once on July 13th and then once again more recently on July 21st. So we are approaching that level once again, you guys can see. And this is the extended horizontal resistance that I had marked last week. So the only key question is now if we are able to break out of this resistance, or if we are going to see some type of rejection here similar to what we have seen in the past and see some type of a minor pullback down to the support, which in my opinion is now going to be $266, because that has previously acted as some type of resistance, right? So we were struggling to break out of that level until today, when we finally break out of the $266 level, or $266.58. That's kind of like the resistance that was forming here, and then we finally break out. So that's kind of like the game plan for QQQ ETF. The next resistance is going to be sitting at $269.50. If we do get rejected, that's going to be a triple top for the Nasdaq index. And if you do see some type of pullback, the support is sitting at $266.62. Now to quickly go over some other stocks, Amazon for example, pre-market, let's see where it's trading. It's up over 65 basis points, and this right here is kind of like the analysis for Amazon. Support staying put at close to $28.90, which is what this green rectangle represents, and where we have found support multiple times. And prior to the pattern essentially going up all the way, this right here is going to be the analysis from it. And I had mentioned that, you know, it could find support here and push up all the way, and then this right here is going to be the resistance, or kind of like the red rectangle that we need to watch very closely, which is sitting at $32.50, where we have previously gone rejected again a couple times, very similar to the Nasdaq. Now we are making some type of a triple top, so it's really going to be interesting for us to see remainder of the day whether Amazon is going to break out of this resistance at $32.50, or if it's going to get rejected once again and pull back down to this $28.85 level. In my opinion, I think we're going to see some type of a rejection at that level, and for the Amazon stock to pull back, which is going to be somewhere around here at around 3,050 to 3,055 level. Again, just based on the technical factors. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like. It really helps out with the channel. Also, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future market updates and videos related to investing and technical breakdowns. As always, happy investing, and I will see you guys in the next video.